Let's go!
All right, everybody!
Hey.
How we doing today?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, I'm excited to be here. So much going on in sports. But first, of course, as always, we need to feature our beer of the week. And our beer sponsor is... You know that beer they're taking, man. Oh.
It's a variety pack.
Run now! Grab your button, run, grab a pizza and go! All right. Oh, yeah, so here it is. Scotty, should we do the honors?
Yes, we shall. Let's crack them.
Let me put my popcorn down, and 1, 2, 3.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
What happened? Beer abuse.
Oh, my gosh. Hey, folks, well, you can tell, hey.
Good thing we're in the garage.
Yeah, no kidding.
If you can't tell, or maybe you can't tell. I don't know.
Shoot. Oh, we got drinks real quick. Sorry. Maybe that's why it says best enjoyed poured into a glass.
Something.
Oops.
Yeah.
Well,
At least we're not bartenders, so we can't get yelled at.
Yeah, amen to that. Yeah, that's true. I'm going to yell at the guy who bought this, which was me.
Yeah. I'll let you yell at yourself.
Right.
That's cool.
Perfect. All right, folks. So, as we have been doing recently, we've been sponsoring just one beer each week. And this week, in honor of Guinness opening their a brewery on U.S. soil. It's the first time they've done this in 60 years. Just opened in Boston last week, so we figured we'd give it up to Guinness, which is actually my all-time favorite. I know Scotty enjoys it as well.
Absolutely.
So Guinness, congratulations on your opening, and we'll definitely continue to support you.
Cheers.
Cheers, and cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, all right. Oh, man. All right, so now we are on to Mikey G Money's thought.
Better get your popcorn.
And I brought it, folks. You know I did. That's right. So I got a few things to talk about in my thoughts. 3 different things, actually. First one is our man, T.O. Man, we want to give it up to you, my friend.
Yes, sir.
We feel that you should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Absolutely.
Agreed. We understand that it took this long to get in because of the writers, not because of you or your talent by any means. They started judging you with stuff that was going on off the field when it should have been just between the lines. So we appreciate that you decided to do it as you always have, your way. So that's why you went back to your college, had a wonderful ceremony. We really enjoyed your speech, and so definitely want to give it up. So we brought some popcorn today so we can, give it up to T.O.
Yeah. Congratulations to Brian Urlacher, too.
That's right. There are a lot of greats, obviously.
Yeah, this is a massive class that came in there. Every one of them deserved to be in there, and it's nice seeing guys we grew up watching recently, in fact, and seeing some great linebackers, great wide receivers. The whole class, all the way up and down, was pretty awesome.
Definitely, it was great. Randy Moss got in first ballot.
Yeah.
Maybe that upset T.O. a little more, which I get, right? Because T.O. actually was a more accomplished athlete than, we're not saying away from Moss by any means, but you talk about straight numbers. T.O. Definitely had more yards and touchdowns and was second in the NFL in both those categories. But yeah, definitely the class was stacked, and give it up to Chicago Bears and our boy Brian Urlacher for sure.
Absolutely.
All right, so now the next one I can talk about, let me set this down. Fantasy football, kickers and defense. There's a lot of chatter going on right now about kickers and defense, and a lot of people are saying that we should do away with kickers and defense in fantasy sports. Now, FanDuel just came out and announced that they're taking that off of their daily, but obviously that's still a factor when you're talking about your week-by-week fantasy teams. Now, my take on it is 2 things. One of the people that are complaining are the ones that had too many bad beats at the hands of kickers and defense. Because, I stream kickers and I stream defenses like I go through toilet paper. It's just how I roll, right? Because that's how you do to win, because they're really, unless you hit one that's gold in that sense, you really don't target a kicker or defense in fantasy, right?
Yeah, you kind of like having a guy in your league that'll draft a defense in the 6th round and a kicker in the 8th round. You you buy that guy a Guinness.
Definitely, I'd buy him too. That's for sure. So I think there's one side of folks that are just upset because they got too many bad beats. Now the other side, I get that when I draft defense second to last round and a kicker in the last round, and I take whoever's their best. And when it comes to kickers, sometimes I let them auto draft if I'm doing an online draft, because it really just doesn't matter with kickers at all. So I understand on that point. With defenses, though, you definitely have to ride the waiver wire. But really, if you're going to win your fantasy league, you should be on there anyways. So I really feel that all this chatter just trying to help people who haven't won their leagues, don't do very well, and have so many bad beats, and now I want to complain about that.
Yeah.
So that's number 2. Now number 3 is, we are starting an SNM Sportz Fantasy League. That's right. We're going to reach out to some of our local peeps out here in LA that want to get in on the league. We'll definitely film the draft and show you what's going on.
Keep our moves.
Hey, but we might have some spaces open for you out there. So if you want to join the SNM Sportz League, hit us up on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, on YouTube, wherever you want to. Go ahead, because if you're local to LA, we're going to have our draft at the end of the month. And it's going to be not in here because there's not enough room, but we will do it actually on the set of Just Jackie and the famous book club couch is where we'll hold it. Yeah. So if you want to be involved with that, bring it on. We'll take you in the league.
It's a first come, first served priority type of thing, and we'll have backups just in case, but yeah, the demand is heavy.
That's right, that's right. And we'll see about what we'll play for. Most likely we'll play for a trophy, because I want to display the trophy on the set here to show everybody how dominant I am at fantasy sports. I can't even speak. Fantasy sports. And so we'll probably most likely do a trophy for this league. And everybody that joins is going to get a beer cozy and a bottle opener, courtesy of ESPN Fantasy Football. That's right. So that is my thought for the week. So on to Twitter.
Yes.
That's right. So...
most interesting thing this week.
So this week, I want to, so Kiki, do you love me? Appreciate you, man, for tweeting. So he tweeted tomorrow's batting practice attire, and the pictures that he accompanied us with were, that's right. This is what he wanted to wear at batting practice today. So let me tell you what happened. So Los Angeles Dodgers were playing the Braves, and they were in Atlanta. And they were at batting practice. Now the team this day decided not to wear the traditional wear that now there's no rules for you to wear, but there's a traditional wear when you go out batting practice. You have a number on, so when you're at an opposing team's field, the other team's fans can recognize who you are, know who you are, and so on and so forth. Well, this time they decided to wear alternate shirts and clothes for this batting practice, and this guy went off like a purist. They used to work for the Dodger State or Dodger organization, and so he felt that he had a right to speak out. And it says, I know the organization really well, so they should be ashamed of themselves. Come to find out, and he went in on Chase Utley, and that's the worst part, is that come to find out, the shirt that Chase Utley was wearing was a shirt supporting cancer for bats, or bats for cancer. I'm sorry, bats for cancer. That's right. The shirts that he was wearing, every shirt you buy, all the proceeds are donated to pediatric cancer. You idiots. Pediatric cancer. And so, really, you should do your homework before you spout off about something like this. Really, because you sound like a fool to begin with. And then going on Chase Utley, who by far is the standard of a baseball player when it comes to a gentleman in the game and knows what he's doing. So come on, man.
Yeah.
That gets come on, man.
Right.
Yeah, but I would love to see. I wouldn't, but I'm sure the ladies would love to see Mr. Hernandez out there at batting practice in these. They probably would show up a little early for those games because they don't really otherwise.
Yeah, I'd try to sell my ticket outside the stadium for that one.
So Sky doesn't see men in underwear playing baseball, basically.
Nah, that's not my thing.
Not your thing. Well, hey, we get it, right? We understand.
Hey, it could be someone else's.
Exactly. And that's all that matters. And let's give the fans what they want, right?
Right. Hey.
Right. All right. So that's the best thing that we saw on Twitter this week. So on to our picks. Oh man, Scotty. Oh, I'm sorry. We're getting ahead of myself. I'm sorry. Who got up in Viagra? Oh man, I want to get the bad stuff out of the way, and then we'll come to the good stuff. But
right.
So this week, who got up in Viagra? The first one was the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Hey, so we kind of talked about that in my speech, and really, the biggest, Scotty kind of already said it for me. This class was stacked, not just because Urlacher was a part of it,
right?
But if you just look at football as a whole and what all these gentlemen from our generation and from previous generations too,
for the game and still do for the game. Yeah, that class is, you know, by far one of the best, if not the best class that ever was inducted.
Definitely, I agree 100%. So really enjoyed the festivities. So now on the other side of that, on Hooley's Bagger is again the Hall of Fame, and we kind of talked about that earlier, you know, with our man TL. So I won't say too much more on that, but you know, really, it's not even a shame on you on the Hall of Fame. It's a shame on you on the writers.
Right.
That's really all I want to say about that. Shame on you guys.
Yeah. This man obviously deserved to be in there. One of the greatest wide receivers to ever play the game. Learn from the greatest. Learn from Jerry Rice of all, you know, to me is the greatest wide receiver to ever play the game.
No, agreed.
So to just knock the guy because he has opinions and doesn't agree with you per se. So to like bury this man, he did not deserve any of this, and I'm glad he took his own venue and did his own thing. You know, because that's typical TO.
Hey, he did it my way.
Yes.
Amen to that. So our next, who got it up this week? That's right, I Promise. That's the school that Mr. LeBron James just opened last week in Akron, Ohio.
Yes, sir.
And really, we talked a lot about LeBron and saluted him, but I really just wanted to mention it one more time. That big ups to you, my friend. We unbelievable respect for you and what you're doing. And the best part about what I saw on Twitter was now other athletes are trying to kind of one-up in that, you know. And I think that's great because some people were kind of hating on some basketball players. So now we got to do this, we got to do that. And people are hating on it. And the guy's like, you're going to hate me because I want to open up schools or give scholarships or help out kids, you know, and follow this man's lead. Like, do it. Don't forget about the chatter and just keep doing what you're doing, man, because we appreciate that. And so this, I feel, is we're going to see a lot more of this because right now we need it in this world, and so I think it's great.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's phenomenal, which, you know, to put somebody through high school, make sure they get their degree or their high school diploma, and then also step them up to the next plateau and get them into college. It's amazing.
Yeah, so cheers to you, my friend. Cheers to you.
Yes.
So our last they got a Viagra this week was OSU. So you guys got a little bit of controversy on your hands. So Scott, I'll just ask you one question because, you know, do you think Urban Meyers will coach this year?
It don't look good for that guy. He's eating his own words right now, and I don't see it. I don't see it happening, and I don't know what's going to go on. And maybe he'll play, or maybe he'll coach, but it don't look good. There's, you know, everything's out there already, and they're supposed to come to a decision shortly.
Yeah,
but
2 weeks they said.
It seems like it's already made type of thing. I'm surprised he's getting paid while he's on leave.
Right.
But,
you know, I think the best part about this, though, if there's a silver lining to the situation, because, you know, domestic abuse is no joke in any realm. But,
absolutely.
But maybe it'll prompt more women to step up who are in these situations to feel like they can get out of it and they can do something to, you know, help their situation and move on. So to me, I hope that we as men, especially men in sports, are going to learn from this and, you know, understand the error of their ways and then really move us along as men and women, you know, because to me that's something good has to come out of that, and I hope that that's what it is. Yeah,
hopefully a positive message definitely comes from this, and somebody learns, or hopefully a lot of people learn. You know, I always said it's good to learn from your mistakes. It's so much better to learn from somebody else's.
Scotty the philosopher, folks.
Absolutely.
That's what we got it all here. That's right. All right, so on to some bad news. So our picks for this past week were
we started out like we did the first week of
my gosh,
last month.
And so my first pick was Dodgers versus Astros, and Astros came in and beat them handily, and Scotty went with Cubs and Padres. And
I haven't picked a correct Cub game, I don't think, yet.
I think that's the one point I got was a Cubs game, I think. That's funny, yeah. And then, again, see, I picked Cubs and the Padres, thinking that, and then the Padres blew them out that day. It was like 10-5 or 10-6,
Yes.
And then Scotty went, to Atlanta, Toronto, into the MLS. That, again, it was actually a draw,
Right,
like we talked about.
Yeah, it's,
So maybe he gets a half a point. We talked about that. Maybe he gets the half a beer, half a shot. I guess we didn't decide that.
But we didn't count it for Mikey, so I think we got to be consistent with that. I mean, maybe we can also call. Maybe I guess if we pick the tie, it's going to be a tie.
Well, actually, that's true. That could be a pick.
Right.
So hey, reach out, comment, let us know what you guys think. What we should do with
should
these.
we get a half point, a tie, a loss?
Because it's going to happen in MLS, and then once hockey season starts, guaranteed we're picking hockey games.
Wine on that?
Well, I don't, is anybody chugging wine?
Right.
Yeah, shots of wine, maybe.
That's true.
All right, so then on to our WNBA picks. So, I went with the Sky. I really I really hoped that they would come through and step it up, but unfortunately they got the wine glass there. And then Scotty, the one pick right of the week.
My team to win it all.
He said it, folks. He called out the Storm, WNBA championship right here.
Yeah, let's see Seattle do it. I don't have any ties. I don't know why, but I think they're the best built team to do it. And we'll see how it goes.
And that's all that matters. And of course, our underdog picks. I picked the MLS All-Stars. It was a good game. They just got outplayed. And I mentioned a few weeks ago I wasn't sure when the last time the MLS won an All-Star game against an international squad was 2015. So it's been a few years, and it'll continue until next year. So we'll see how that goes. And then Scott, of course, picked Bears versus Ravens.
Bears.
I mean, it was a close game. They had a 2-point conversion. They had the ball at the end of the game.
And on that 2-point conversion, man, he got clocked on that one, and
well, Scotty talked about that a little bit later. His thoughts on that.
Yeah. But
so for the month, I have 0. Scotty has 1, and the belt is still in his corner.
Start.
Yep.
Yeah, scoot that over.
Oh, jeez. All right, so let's move on to our picks for this week and see how we can do this week. All right.
Yeah.
So the first picks for this week, Scott and I actually both picked soccer games and actually picked the same game and the same
wow,
wins.
I didn't realize that. Huh.
Yep. So we both picked LAFC, Los Angeles Football
Do
Club.
or die for both of us, huh?
Well, this is a big game too. I guess it's kind of washes, but that's okay. That's just how it goes. But it's a huge game for LAFC. They're playing Kansas City right now. They're tied in the point standings, and Galaxy are 1 point behind both these teams. So whoever wins this game is going to take control of that third spot and then be even farther ahead of the Galaxy. This is a huge game for them.
And it's on my birthday, so send your gifts as soon as possible so they get here by Saturday.
And he means GIFTS, not GIF.
However Mike wants to spell gifts.
So we'll see how that goes. We both picked LAFC to win, so it'll be a wash either way. But hey, that's just how it goes. We do our picks separately and then come together.
Yeah, and exactly. We collaborate, and I mean it's already done.
Yeah, because we don't want to.
Do influence one or the other.
Although maybe I should look at his picks and do mine, according to what he does.
Opposite, yeah, or I should do opposite.
Well, no, I should do what you've been doing because you've been getting more right than I have. So maybe I could stay afloat that way. But we'll see.
Yeah.
So on to our next pick. So my second pick of the week was. That's right. I picked Justin Thomas and Tiger. The U.S. Open. Hey, it's the U.S. Open this weekend, folks.
Yes, sir.
And so I picked Justin Thomas or Tiger.
I think
top
I have
3.
both of them in my FanDuel.
Oh, you picked the FanDuel for them this week.
It was a free one, so
gotta do those free ones on FanDuel and DraftKings, folks. Way to learn how to do DFS. Best way to do it. And you could win some money, Scotty. How much money do you want, Scotty, since you've been doing free games?
Not like a huge amount in standards, but yeah, I won like $12. But in like little contests here and there, but they're all free. I didn't have nothing to lose.
And Scotty says $12 is nothing, but if you look at first, he spent nothing to get in, and 2, when he's winning $1 or a quarter or $2.50 or $4,
that's all profit.
It's all profit, but it's what added up to $12. If you expand that That's actually a pretty good run as far as that's concerned.
Right.
So got to give it up to that for sure. And then Scotty decided that with his second pick for this
Gotta
week,
go with the champs.
he went with the champs.
Hey, it's I guess the second official week of preseason football, even though it's everybody's first week besides the Bears and the Ravens. And I figure the champs will come out and, put their second stringers in there and win.
Well, the second stringers is Nick Foles, that quarterback.
Right.
So, I mean, was that MVP of Super Bowl?
The Super Bowl MVP is going to be starting against the Steelers. So, yeah. You make a great point there, Michael.
Hey, so, man, that was a really good pick. See, I really need to consult with him before I do my picks, man. I need the guru in my life, one of the two. So, all right, so for my third pick of the week, I went with the Sparks versus the Dream. Now, this is a big game for this division.
WNBA here.
Yeah, WNBA. So Atlanta's leading that division. The Sparks are in the playoff picture, and so definitely could gain some ground at the top of the division with this. So I feel they're going to come in and play strong against the Atlanta Dream. So I picked the Sparks for this week.
That's a good pick.
Hey, and then Scotty's third pick for the week is. He's brave. Went for the Cubs again.
I don't know why, but I swear it's like the Bears. You don't bet against them and you don't bet for them. At least that's how I feel about my hometown team. Sometimes it's like I'd rather them just win and I'd be happy.
Yeah, stay out of it with all the money. And
right?
All that
Yeah.
stuff.
Don't. But I'm going with the Cubs. They're playing the Lonely Royals, and hopefully we'll get a W from that. And
hey, we needed two of the playoff pushes happening right now.
In August is usually Joe Madden's month. That's when he starts to shine and gets that Joe Madden rolling.
That's right, that crystal ball. We love it. We love it.
Absolutely.
All right, so on to our underdog picks for this week. So I went with, now that we don't talk about this team very much, just because sometimes I forget that they're a real baseball team.
That's true.
So but I figure, why not, right? They're playing, the team that's in second place behind Boston, who's
Yankees
killing it.
Aren't doing too well. They
got
swept.
Yeah, that's right. They got swept with a walk-off in the 11th inning by a guy who got his first MLB. I wish I remembered his name. I apologize, sir, but he got his first major league hit. Was a walk-off base hit for Boston to sweep the Yankees this weekend.
I can't think of his name either.
Yeah, I apologize, sir, but that was awesome to see. And we retweeted that, so it's on our Twitter if you want to see the play that actually made it all happen. They're reeling, but I think they're going to come out pretty strong and heavy. They're actually playing right now while we're filming and beating the Sox in Game 1. So I'm hoping that this Wednesday's game will have a little better effect. So this is clearly an underdog in that sense.
Well, yeah, anytime you pick the White Sox, you're picking the underdog.
That's right, unless they're playing the Padres maybe or something.
Right.
Well, even then, who knows, right?
Yeah.
All right, so now to Scotty's underdog pick for this week, and he went with
the Chi-Town Sky against the Lynx here.
Minnesota.
That's my upset pick. I went with the WNBA game, and I think the Sky needs to turn things around if they want to be in that playoff picture, and it needs to start against this team right here, and that's my upset pick.
And they're still in it. It's not like they're not. I think they're 8 or 9 games back, which does sound like a lot. But you get on a roll, start winning some games. You have one good month, you can turn it around. So
absolutely,
that's a good thing. Is there's the one exciting thing about WNBA is that the Storm are really out there. You got the Dream are doing really well, but the rest of the field is pretty close to where anybody can get in the playoffs this year.
Absolutely,
and that's what makes it exciting.
Couple teams slip, and you keep keep on point.
Some slip and then you dip.
Yeah, when I dip, you dip, we dip.
All right, so those are our picks for this week. So look for us on Instagram and Twitter as we tweet out what happens with each of these individual games as we move along into the week.
Keep you guys updated.
That's right. In the know. All right, folks. Moving on. And so for the month so far, I have got a goose egg, zero, what do you want to call it? And Scotty has the ultimate.
Uno. This is exactly how we started out the first month. We won 1 for 8. I think, right?
Yep, exactly how it is. That first week was horrible.
So I like how this is going. This is gonna.
Let's not trend this way. Let's trend the other way, folks.
Keep the belt in my hand.
Man, let's get on Twitter and trend this the other way, folks. Help us out. Help me out, I mean. Help me out here, because I do need some help, that's for sure.
Yeah, more ways than one.
He's right. Folks, you have no idea the amount of truth he just spoke. No idea. I'm going to drink to that, because that's hashtag truth. Hashtag truth, man.
We all need a little help, trust me.
Alright, folks, so now it's time. That's right, you know what's going to happen. We've got our NASCAR correspondent. It's the one, it's the only, Jesse Cooper Goosey!
Alright.
Booty, let's go racing!
What's up, my man?
What's up, dog?
What's up, y'all?
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Man, so what happened this weekend? Let's just jump right in. What's going on? What happened this weekend?
Well, very surprising. Watkins Glen International.
Yes.
Martin Truex Jr. did not win. He was in second.
Whoa.
Come on.
You almost had that
Hey,
one.
he won the first stage.
Yeah.
He did win the first stage, you know, so I was hopeful when I saw that your pick was going to come through. But, of course, it didn't happen in the end. Hey, man, but picking number 2 to win, or picking him to be a top 3 would have been a great pick. And maybe we should start doing that. We do that for golf. Maybe we should do that for NASCAR.
Yeah, NASCAR.
You know what? We're going to change this. And when we put this slide out on social media, we're going to give Jesse the beer can, because just like in golf where there's 40 golfers, there's at least 40 drivers every race.
There is 40 drivers.
It's not a 50-50 shot on that. That's a, like, what? I don't even...
Yeah, really.
2% shot.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know what?
Right.
Let's drink to Jesse Cooper. We got it right this week. That's right. His first, the first correct pick of this season was Martin Truex Jr., which is your boy, right? Him and Harvick, your boys. And so we came through for you. Got that beer can. Even though you don't want to drink the beer, though, huh? So what did you think of the race, though? Let's get back to that. So what did you think of what happened this weekend as far as...
Well, in this weekend, so he didn't win, but the one who won was Chase Elliott, number 9.
Okay.
It was more of a father-son situation.
Why is that? What do you mean father-son?
Because he's young, and his father was really proud of him, and then his hero, Jimmy Johnson, gave him a little cool-down lap push. Reminds me of Cars when Lightning McQueen gave the king a push to the finish line. That's exactly what Jimmy Johnson did. And Jimmy Johnson is Chase Elliott's hero.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. That's good. Did you see they TP'd his Chase Elliott's van after he won? Man, that was hilarious. That's why you gotta love sports, right? You know, we're all kids in the end, man. So, and this is kind of a father-son situation, huh?
More like father's
That's what I said. I said father. Was I swearing? I haven't drank that much. That's what
I thought you said father.
No, I said fathers and son.
I thought you said
Oh, no, man. We're in this together, my friend.
Yes.
That's right. Well, hey, every little push helps, right? And sometimes you need a push from your parents, and that's where we'll push this guy, because he is your next NASCAR superstar right here, folks, on our couch.
Absolutely.
We had him first. Remember that? All right, so on to this coming weekend. Where we driving this weekend?
We're driving at Michigan International.
All right.
And I'm hoping Jimmy Johnson wins.
Oh, wow. You picked Jimmy Johnson. So, do you remember who won this race last year? Do you remember?
No.
Yeah, I don't remember either. I looked at it and I forgot. That's what I get for being old. Dang. But why did you pick Jimmy Johnson, though? Why was this your pick for this week?
Okay, hold on. Before I say that, sorry.
Oh, sure. No, go ahead. Hey. Sure.
3 things. 1, you spelled Jimmy wrong. It's I-E.
Ooh. See
Hey,
that?
he didn't know. That's okay. I'm sorry.
Well, that's exactly why we need him here. He's the NASCAR correspondent. I just type.
Yeah.
Anyway, another thing
Yes, sir.
about Hernandez, most interesting on Twitter. I don't have Twitter, like I wanted to say. He's wearing Manny panties to a baseball game?
Batting practice of all things.
Batting practice. He wanted to air it out, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
I thought that was interesting.
He didn't actually wear that, Jesse, just so you know. He was just making a joke that he was.
Oh, okay. If you showed up to that, I would have been like, bye.
I'm glad I cleared that up for you, man. You
Thank you.
Yeah,
you have been selling your ticket outside the stadium like that.
Who wants it?
Yeah, we got two.
All right.
Anyway, you were saying?
I just want to know what look ahead to this weekend, this coming weekend.
Well, Michigan International, hoping Jimmy Johnson wins because he's a hero, and the fact that he gave Chase Elliott a push, I think maybe he's feeling good about it, like, I'm a hero, yay!
Good karma gonna come for him.
I like it, man.
Like, he's a hero, I feel good.
There you go.
Maybe Chase Elliott's gonna do something good for him.
Hey,
I'm just going through the odds.
there you go.
Maybe I should pick 3. I keep getting them wrong.
Well, no, remember you got it right this week, and we
Yeah.
changed it, because it's tough, man.
Yeah.
That's like, you see, my pick, I picked golf. Like, when Scotty first picked golf, he picked 2, and I did the same
Yeah.
thing. And if one of those guys hits top 3, I mean, you're in it to win it. So,
Right.
True.
so hey, man, top 3, you got your beer last week, or this weekend. We'll see if you get it again this coming week.
I'd
Absolutely.
rather have lemonade or Sprite.
Okay, well, good. Maybe we could change that.
Right.
That's easy.
Or water. And if for, like, the wine,
What do you not like to drink? I mean, besides, we don't drink beer, but
then wine and beer.
all right. So we'll do that. If you lose,
Wine or beer.
we'll give you a beer. If you lose, and we'll give you lemonade or something.
But
of
it
water.
won't say stuff, so they don't get confused.
All right. So anything else that you want to share with us before we move on, my friend?
Well, you want to know the Sprint Point Cup leaders, don't you?
Hey, it's your.
So, it's Kyle Butch, Kevin Harvick, and Martin Truex Jr.
All right.
Both for driver and playoffs.
So it's still the same again this week. It's 2 weeks in a row. They're still the same because they weren't for a while. So that's interesting. Excellent. Right. So let's kind of get into that now because we're getting towards the end of the season. Who do you think is going to come out and win the Cup, the NASCAR Monster Series?
I think it's going to be Kevin Harvick.
You think Harvick will take it this year?
Yeah.
Okay, well, here first, Jess Cooper, all in on Kevin Harvick to win it all.
Sure.
That's right. All right, so well, thanks so much, friend. We appreciate it. I appreciate you checking, correcting me on this one, my friend. And definitely, that's why we got you here. We need you, my friend. So, cheers to that.
Cheers.
All right, well, guess what time it is?
I get the final word. Scotty gets the final word. All right.
Woo-woo.
Well, NFL. So everybody knows what a catch is, but-
Also,
except for the refs in the NFL.
yeah.
So does everybody know what a helmet hit is?
I actually don't know.
Everybody but the NFL and the refs.
And Jesse.
And so we're going to have to go through this all over again. The catch rule, part 2, is the helmet rule, part 1. And it's so bland and so, like, not perfectly worded to where, and even they went to NFL camps, and the Eagles are like, huh? We can't, like, how am I supposed to tackle it? What do you do? Like, it is, I don't know what's happened. But the NFL used to be a contact sport, and people knew that. They knew that growing up, playing as a young kid. Either you got your kid into football or you didn't. Or you played football or you didn't. You knew what football was all about. And yes, we want to protect. I don't want to see anybody injured. Absolutely not. That's, Shazier and seeing that happen, you don't wish that on anybody. And so obviously rules need to be in place, but a rule where somebody's going to tackle, it's how do you not, like, lead with your helmet? How do you not? I don't understand that rule at all. And this year, a lot of fantasy teams are going to lose or win this year by these calls, just like they did with the catch rule. And you don't think it will because it's a defense. Well, it still could be called on the offense, but it's mostly going to be called on the defense with these helmet rules. But it's going to give teams a first down. They're going for it on fourth down. Next thing you know, some crazy hit to the quarterback or crazy hit, or not, it's another thing the NFL is doing wrong, and they need to step up with their rules. It needs to be cut and dry what it is. A catch, the guy has 2 feet in the ground and catching and comes to the ground, rolls over 3 times, and then it comes out. Now it's not a catch. And then saying a guy tackles him with his shoulder pad, but he lowered his head like this. Now it's a lead with your helmet hit, even though we didn't use any part to strike the guy. I don't know. Something has to happen, and we need to protect the players, but it's also a violent game, and we're straying away from that. And I still don't think they give a crap about the players anyways. So that's my final word, and NFL, do something.
Well, Scotty, I think you bring up a good point. I mean, even just in the game on Thursday, you were talking about, the missed call and the call that was made, and the disparity between the two, and
right. We're going for it. We missed our 2-point conversion, and then we still got the ball back, and we were going for it on 3rd or 4th down, and our 3rd-string quarterback gets popped, helmet straight, speared, top of the, crown of the helmet right to the face mask. No call. Even though they made a couple calls earlier, they gave Lamar Jackson a second shot on to the end zone, and of course he scored a touchdown. But that was a clean hit on the guy. This is what I was talking about. He had to duck his helmet, but he leaned in he tackled the guy with his shoulder. There was no harm on that. He was making a football move, and I don't know. The rule is going to be haunting the NFL all year, and it's sad.
How do you think that this is going to affect the game going forward, Scotty, with viewership? And because obviously, we've grown up as football fans, and now we're kind of getting a little sour. First it was the catch rule for years, and I don't think they've gotten it right yet, or maybe they're closest to it now. But you can't take 5 years to get a ruling right.
Right, and do they even have it right yet?
Exactly, right? So now this is a whole other one, right? So do you think that this could... Do you think we love fantasy football, and it's definitely our favorite sport, and we can talk about them more than anything. But man, the NBA gets it right with what they do, and or forget about the NBA because it's not as much content. Let's see the NHL. I feel that the NHL, that to me is more violent than football.
It's the new football NHL. It's football on skates.
It really is on your skates,
and it's such a skilled position. To handle the puck, and it's an awesome thing to watch.
If I was in the NHL in any sort of realm within that organization, I would be pushing so much about how it's a clean. Well, I don't say clean violent sport, but it's a clean, brutal sport.
Right. They know how to handle it. Even the fights, they let them go. Okay, you guys had enough, and they tackle. The refs go and tackle the guys, and take your 5 minutes and sit this one out.
Yeah, exactly.
Come back in there. Guys are losing teeth, coming back in. They don't even care. They throw them in a plastic bag and call the dentist in the morning. And so it's they know what they got into, and they deal with it. They know what they're doing. It's that kind of thing, and you you know what I mean? Like everybody goes back to they're getting paid millions of dollars. Who cares? You got to care about somebody's personal health, but
definitely.
But they do know what they're getting into. You have a conscious choice. You and that's why some of these players, they'll play 2 years and retire. You're like, man, you're awesome, you know, and then, no, this, you know, they're not looking out for me. They're, you know, or this is not what I want, you know, and I can see, you know, they see ahead, and it's great for them. But that's what it comes down to, is it's a choice. You either do it or you don't, and you know what you're signing up for, and they're paying you to do it. It's not like you're doing this for free and you're forced to do
well.
it.
I mean,
Yeah.
what's the minimum right now is 500,000?
Yeah,
I think, or more. I mean, whatever it is, it's definitely a 6-figure income for your family, which is better than you know, most 90% of America out there. So
the rules are there in place, but I mean, to keep constantly changing them and tweaking them like they're doing, they're ruining the game, unfortunately.
I agree, and I think for me, in this last couple of years, I've grown a bigger hockey fan because of it. Because I don't say I like the violence, because that's not the right word, but I like the aggressive nature of the sport just as much as football. You like to see a great hit on the football field, a great hit on the ice.
Absolutely, yeah. You don't want to see like him not get up or something like that. But yeah, it's just as big as scoring a goal sometimes. You know, it's like you took him out of the play, and he's, you know, and you're showing him who's boss. You're defending your turf.
Yep.
And I don't know, that part of the game is disappearing fast in the NFL.
I mean, some people are saying that soon they'll just might as well put flags on their hips and do that.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't want a guy to lead with his helmet and do all this, then yeah, let's just get rid of the pads and the helmets. Let's, you know, put a belt on them and a couple flags on their hips and see where we go.
Not this belt, though.
Yeah, that's my belt.
Yeah, only for a few more weeks, though. Only for 3 more weeks, my friend. So.
Only for 1 more day.
Well, I wish. All right, folks. Oh, for you. Got you. All right, folks. So don't forget, I want to remind you once again, we are starting an SNM Sportz Fantasy Football League.
Yes.
So if you want to get involved, hit us up.
Please contact us. It'd be exciting. Yeah,
reach out. You can be a part of the league. We're even considering doing maybe a keeper league or something like that to keep it going, because when we start something, we're not going to just do it for 1 season. We'll continue to do it in perpetuity. So by all means, please hit us up there. As always, you know, subscribe to the page.
Yes.
Click that bell.
Like us. Share us.
Comments.
Tell your friends.
And as always, you know, you can find us on all of our social media channels. So please reach out there if you want to. And we want to hear from you.
Yeah.
You know, there's something is there a sport that we're missing that we're not talking about, you want to hear about, or there's a topic you want us to speak on, and either one of our thoughts, or, you know, who got it up, who knows Viagra, you know, just reach out. We're definitely willing to speak up and give credit where credit's due. That's for sure.
Yeah. You want a shout out? Talk to us.
That's right. Talk to me, man. All right. Well, thanks so much. We appreciate you watching as always.
Thank you.
We love you. And so we're here for you. I want to make you smile, make you laugh, and go ahead and enjoy those football games, basketball games, soccer games.
Yeah,
and
everything's heating up.
That's right, folks. Just like us.
Yes.
Just like us.
Hit us on social media.
All right.
All right.
You can.
Let's go.
And cut.
That was perfect.